Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at the 30 Minutes Missions Spinatia Commando type. It's a pretty awesome looking design. I love the colors as well, and I think it's going to be a very cool one. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. Alright guys, starting off taking a look at the box art here for this one. Really love that red theme against that black background, looks really cool. And then of course the design looks great. We've got artwork there of the base Spinatia there in the background. And then with the new Commando type armor there, it does look very impressive, along with some other cool action shots there in the background with the kind of fire blazing and everything. Looks cool. Once again, you can see it's a very thin box here. This is number 43 in the line. On the bottom of the box there is a look at our base unit as well as all the armor pieces there just kind of separated off. We get a look at the action between just the normal mode and then over here armor exchange to the Commando type, and there it is with all of that red Commando type armor on there. Again, it looks awesome, and then of course you can customize it even further with different weapons and armaments and things from different kits. On the opposite side of the box, just a vertical image here, just showing again the base kit with the armor separated off of it, just to give you a sense of how that's all going to look. But let's go ahead and get it opened up here, and it's going to be probably very similar to the Spinatio. But here on the manual you can read some background information on the Spinatia and the Commando type version of that. You got that information there in Japanese and English, same with the story there once again. And then again, some faction information about the Earth Alliance forces there, the Bylon forces, and the Maxion forces here. So it seems to be kind of like their second gen suits or mechs in their armies. On the backside, again, a breakdown of how the runners are laid out to separate the parts. We got some of the construction of the kit here in the color pages, as well as our parts list, which will be right over here. The rest of the construction on the inside all just going to be there in black and white. Getting to the runners, we've got some polycaps here, PC7 for our polycap ball joints. A1 is here in black, and runner A2 is here in a fluorescent green color there for the lens, the visor on the head. Runners B1 and B2 are here in this very nice red color for this. It's not too bright, it's a little bit of a pale red. It looks really nice. Runner C1 also going to be here in black for our 30 Minutes Missions Frame 2 runner, all of our joint parts and hand parts here, as well as runner C2. And the runners D3 and D4 are going to be the rest of our new red parts for the Commando type version of this, once again in that very nice red color. Alright guys, here's the base form all built up, and just like with the Spinatio, which we took a look at in the last 30 Minutes Missions review, the base form by itself is very plain, but you've got hard points all over the place for customizing this, adding on the option parts, either the ones that are included or different ones from different sets. While this is very similar to the base design of the Spinatio, it is slightly different, this being the more feminine version of the design. And aside from the cat ears aesthetic that it's got there, it just has different proportions, with it being smaller up at the top and a little bit larger down here in the hips and thighs section. We've got all the same articulation like we had with the Spinatio. So let's go ahead and take a look at how it gets armored up with all of our additional pieces. And that's first going to mean we're going to have to swap this part here at the shoulder for this one that's a little bit longer to be able to attach the shoulder armor onto there. And with that attached on there, we can go ahead and pop our shoulder down onto the side of there. It's a pretty cool design for that. Got this chest armor piece, which will attach right onto the front right there. And back armor piece, which does change up the arrangement of hard points here on the back. Instead of the single one that the base type has, now it has the double attachment point there. In the front skirt section, we're actually going to remove this black piece and swap that out with this red piece here like that. And then we got the same piece that we're going to attach at the back as well. We got these pretty substantial side skirt sections here, which actually kind of add to the front at the same time, so it attaches right here onto the side. And then these are of course articulated, you can move these around. And then the last thing is just going to be the mask. Now the head as it is, I think already looks kind of cool, but if you want to go for the full look, you can attach the mask onto there, and it's going to look like so, which does look pretty cool with the addition of the kind of bunny ears added onto the top of there. You have a couple of additional connection pieces which are just in there for optional use if you want to attach some other different things. You've got this one here, and then two of these like this. Also got optional hands. Instead of the holding hands, you've got open hands for both the left and the right side, but again, you're just going to have to swap the red piece on the back of the hand. And also for the right side only, you have another holding hand that just has more of a bent wrist, which you might find useful for holding your weapons. The shield and combat knife are going to be the same as with the Spinatio. The shield has both the male and female connection points here on the back. The combat knife is pretty simple. That can be attached basically anywhere around on the kit. Those are just pretty simple designs, but very cool. The new weapon we have for this one is going to be just this simple cannon, which doesn't have a handle. So this one is going to actually plug onto the back of the arm right here, which I do like that because it makes for a pretty cool look and also keeps the hand free, so you could still have some different weapon being held in the hand at the same time. And this could also, of course, be attached anywhere else onto the kit. So if you wanted it attached onto the side skirt, for example, if you had two of the kit, you could attach one on each side like that. You can also just have it stored down here on the side, just pointed down for just storage for that if you didn't want to have it attached onto the arm. So I gotta say, guys, I really like this set. It's a very cool looking kit. Very, very reminiscent of the Grimgird from Iron Bullet Orphans, whether it's like the horns on the head to the designs of the legs especially, very similar in its design, and of course the color scheme being basically the same color in that red color. But either way, it's an awesome design, and while I think it looks awesome as it is, of course the great thing about these kits is that they're highly customizable, so if you wanted to change anything about the design or add more onto it, there's obviously loads of options available for customizing this kit even further if you want to get other sets and combine and mix and match parts. But as it goes for just a standalone kit, I think this one is really nice. I gotta say, the Spinatio and the Spinatia have been really great options, giving you multiple accessories in the box, whereas some of the other mainline kits in this series have been giving you just like one single weapon, and that's basically it. This one, with the fact that you have the combat knife, the shield, and the main weapon, it does give you some more options, and the kit does feel more complete as it is. While it's still being a very cheap and very simple kit, you do have some really nice options in there and a very cool detailed design that looks pretty awesome. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Are you equally as impressed with this one as I am, or is there another kit that you prefer? Now that we've got a good number of kits out in the line so far and more on the way, let me know which are some of your guys' favorite designs in the line. I'm just curious to know. And of course, if you're interested in checking out any of the kits, you can check them out at USA Gundam Store. The link will be down in the video description. All the different kits and accessories and option weapon sets and everything like that. You guys can check all that stuff out. Check the link in the description. And as always, if you guys feel like liking the video and or subscribing, that would also be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.